What's up, Schmoedown fans? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. I'm Star Wars competitor Andrew Dimalanta.
And I'm Nicki Dimalanta.
One of these days. Anyways.
One of these days, Alice.
Hey, that's kind of, isn't that like misogynistic now?
Actually, you're right.
Yeah? Pow, right in the kisser.
Damn.
Oh, wow. For shame.
Sounds like we got some work to do.
Anyways, 3 matches to go over, right? 3 matches? No,
Yes.
No pay-per-view this past week. But good ones, good matches.
Yeah, tree matches. Good ones.
Tree pity.
Oh, yeah. Good ones we got here.
Anything before we get into the matches? I don't think there is.
Like announcement-wise?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything big announced.
I don't think so.
I mean, we forgot to watch backstage, but
Yeah, that definitely. I don't know what happened last week.
Yeah, usually if big things happen, we
usually
hear about it.
there's like news reporters or like
correspondents,
people that want to be like Schmoedown correspondents who love to break things on social media. And usually, if something big happens, one of those people
guys
is probably gonna break it for me, and I'll be like, "Oh, hey, Andrew, did you hear this?"
Yeah.
So I don't recall seeing anything like that.
I don't think so. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into the matches.
Okay.
But there are cutscenes too.
Oh yeah.
For all of them, I believe, before and after. I think.
Well, we'll see which ones I took notes on. So
yeah, because there was a couple that were like, oh, people were complaining about like, oh, this happened during the live. It's like, yeah, not everybody watched it live, so we have to catch them up.
Oh yeah, the whole Grace thing. Like,
yeah, the Grace
this
thing
happened last week.
Yeah,
it's
the
like,
Andrew guy thing.
Yeah, well, you gotta. For people that don't see it until it's public, they still have to catch up to an extent before they watch this week's stuff. Mm-hmm. So there's a method to the madness.
Yeah,
And
the Andrew guy thing is just still. I'm like,
my
I
God.
cannot wait to see where it goes with him.
What a treasure, man. So the first one we have is an IG match between Saul.
Mm-hmm.
That's just him. He ain't got no nickname.
Yeah,
he's just like Cher, Madonna. He's just Saul.
Like Conor McGregor of the Schmoedown. I have much longer hair. I love that response.
So we got Saul of the Den versus the Mad Hatter John Humphrey. Only one Humphrey, not Humphreys. The Mad Hatter John Humphrey of the Mercs in an IG match. Mm-hmm. One thing I did take a note on because I thought it was funny when he said it was in the promo. Saul was talking about his last season and his loss. And he was like, well, I didn't know what I didn't know until I didn't know it. And at face value, I'm like, that sounds like gibberish. Yeah. But then I thought about it for a second. I'm like, oh, it makes so much sense. It hurts. Yeah.
It's a lesson that all competitors want to say. Yeah,
you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. Yeah. Like Saul might be a genius. Because
you don't realize you're supposed to know it until you're
it's just, oh my God. Are you okay? What just happened?
I knocked over a monopod that was underneath the desk.
Oh no!
Sorry,
everybody.
Sorry.
That was scary.
Yeah, I hit my hand like I went to go catch it and it just.
So anyway, Saul's a genius.
Didn't break anything.
Because that's the kind of thing where it's like that doesn't sound like that shouldn't make sense, but it definitely does. Round 1. John missed a movie release date about the animated Lord of the Rings. Didn't even know that existed.
Oh yeah, it was like 70s or something like that.
Who knows? Didn't know it was a thing. Yeah. And then another question about Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, that one hurt, man. Come on. It was like
yeah.
That one hurt.
And then an X-Men question, and then a Superman 3 question.
He said something about, I think he said First Class, and it was Apocalypse.
Something along those lines.
And
then Superman 3. Mm-hmm. And they both missed a question about Harry Potter. So by the end of round 1, it was 5-9 in favor of Saul.
Not a great start for Humphrey.
No.
It's like...
Nope.
I know there's a couple in there that I think... I don't think they just slipped by him or something. I think the X-Men thing might have... X-Men. The X-Men.
Like Spider-Man.
I mean, he took a stab and it didn't work. So
sometimes it happens.
Not the best of starts for Humphrey.
Bad start. Round 2. Saul goes first. He spins away from fantasy sci-fi, and he gets Marvel. He goes to multiple choice twice.
Quick note.
Yes.
Marvel and MCU. Wow, my voice is cracked. They apparently have second puberty when you hit your mid-30s.
Well, I think we've gathered that might happen sometimes because we speak in a goofy voice for our dog, and that involves intentional voice cracking.
Mommy,
like,
let me out, please.
If you have a dog at home or cat. I don't know. I've never owned a cat. I don't know
I'm
what
allergic
cat
to cats,
people are
so.
like. But if you have a dog,
You have
you
a voice.
probably have a voice for
Yeah.
them. The only question is, do you speak that voice out loud as if you are the dog talking?
Mm-hmm.
And the
We
answer
do.
is yes.
Yes.
We'll have full-blown conversations with each other where one of us is the dog and the other one is the parent.
That's the cost of freedom, Mom.
Oh, no. That's our dog's voice. And because we think she complains a lot. It's always like, Mommy, you're so embarrassing. Oh, no. And because there's the like intentional voice cracking, I think it might have an effect on us. So there we go. I think that's that.
But
Mommy, let me outside. I have to come
tangent
in.
aside, put the tangent aside. So I think the rule is Marvel and MCU are on one slice now.
Yeah, I think it's all. I think
just
like
Marvel.
It's just Marvel. I think the same thing for DC,
DC.
like DCEU and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's all just.
Yeah, because then it'd be
The
just
big
a million
umbrella.
categories that So I think that's smart.
I never understood DC
Now
versus DCEU and Marvel versus MCU.
Yeah, now you don't have to have that distinction anymore. It's just like
for a normie like me who's like, what?
if it's a movie that's based off of a comic book or a story from the Marvel universe, it's Marvel.
It's all
Doesn't matter
Marvel
if it's
to me,
MCU
baby.
or Fox or so.
Who even
Anyways.
knows? Who even gets that?
Excuse my second tangent.
Multiple choice twice. He missed one. It did get stolen. And he got the second multiple choice. John goes. He spins Spider-Man. Philip J. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
He goes to multiple choice 3 times. Missed all 3. 1 was not stolen. 2 were stolen. There was also a big old 2-point miss that also was stolen. On that note, we have ourselves a 6-20 knockout
Oh my god, just
for Saul.
hearing the score makes it hurt that much more.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's a big 4 points to the Den
Yeah.
and a minus point
ones.
to the Mercs.
So we make history.
yeah,
We're
man.
the first team to start the season in negative points.
Whatever. Say what you want to say about Koi turning lemons into lemonade. My dude is positivity in human form. So yeah, he's like, whatever, we made history. And think about it, like we said a zillion times.
It's the beginning
this
of the
time
season.
last year, corruption wasn't doing too well either. You never know. So just because they're at -1 doesn't mean that they're gonna like guarantee to lose the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks to start like bad start.
Yeah.
Bad start. Come on, man.
But hey, man, the only place to go up is the only place
Only
to
way to
go
go is
now
up.
is up.
Yeah, I mean,
If you're gonna look at it in a positive way.
and our next match is coming up. Like, I doubt we're gonna see a knockout anywhere. So
We'll see.
We'll see.
Let's not say anything weird.
yeah,
You know?
So like, it's unfortunate that and I said it before. Saul is hungry for it, and his loss to Hannah wasn't like, oh man, what's this guy doing in the inner geekdom? It's like, no man, read between the lines.
Pretty legit.
It's a legit like loss. Like, I hate to use that word legit loss, but it's like, it's not like you got blown out and you're lost to Hannah.
Yeah.
So, and you come back swinging for the fences, and his questions, the Marvel questions, were ridiculous. I was like, what?
Yeah. I forget what it was, but there was one that you were like, excuse me.
I'm like, what? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
So, like, say we will, like, some people are like, oh yeah, it's just Humphrey not performing. It's like, no, Saul
came to play.
he came to play. He pulled out some really ridiculous answers.
Yeah.
So, you lick your wounds, you come back, and Humphrey's one of those players that's like, he's not like
I don't think he's hitting the books.
yeah,
every day.
These are two competitors I look at and they're like kind of night and day. One takes it really seriously, the other one not that Humphrey doesn't take it seriously. He's there, but like he's more of a he's one of those like Josh McCouga characters where like he knows a lot. It's just not he doesn't really well, and I don't know. We could be talking out of our butts here. Like maybe he does study. I don't know, but he presents as somebody that is very casual and is like, hey man, I'm just here to have a good time. And he's an entertaining chararater. I love the character of the Real Rejects.
I'm angry at myself for not appreciating them.
Yeah,
for a
and they're
longer
really
time.
cool guys. Like we obviously had faction meetings and we were talking to them. And they're just such cool dudes. So
I'm jealous.
Hey, you get to hang out with Sam Levine and Rachel Cushing on your meeting. So
What can I say? That is true.
Jealous.
That is true. We're bros now. We're all buds.
Yeah, so, I mean, not a lot to say about this match. It's just...
What a way to go.
What a way to start our... our season out with 2 losses and -1 points. And
hey, man, it's a record set is still a record, and the only place to go is up.
Yeah.
Am I right?
So, again, people are like, oh, man, look at the Mercs over here.
Mercs are in trouble. It's like, at this very moment.
Why is your team so bad? It's like, bad start. Rough start.
Rewind to last year at this time.
Yeah. I mean, how
are the champs doing
this then? This is the first month, really, of the Showdown. We have many months to go.
Yeah.
So we have tournaments and free-for-alls and
there's so much
title matches and all that.
So many matches.
Yeah, so many matches. So
tournaments, matches.
Is it hurt? Yes. Am I worried at this point? No.
It's so early. It's so early. And just, I think right now, I think the Dungeon's in first place, which everyone's like, see, told you. It's like, well again, rewind to last year.
They started their season off with a title match.
Who was in first place last year? What happened to them? So, No. I know we've said all this stuff like multiple times, but I feel like it warrants repeating.
Yeah, because it always like I was talking to one of my faction men. I'm not gonna say who, but like we're
mysterious.
We were DMing back and forth, and we're like, oh man, look where we are. I was like, hey man, I'm a huge Tampa Bay fan. Week 1 we lost, and people was like, oh, Brady made the biggest mistake of his career, and meanwhile the Patriots look real good with Cam Newton. Fast forward to the end of the season, who has the title, and look who didn't even make the playoffs. Oops. So
whoops all berries.
It's like these people in week 1 of the NFL season looking at it like, see,
I
told you, Patriots are going to be fine without Tom Brady, and Tom Brady made the worst decision in his life.
Well, guess what?
Idiot?
He also just signed a year extension to his contract, right?
For 4 more years.
Oh, 4 more years.
It's a 4-year contract.
Jeez.
I don't think he's going to see the end of that contract.
Well, you think he's going to retire?
I think he'll retire in 2 years. I think we have two more good years out of him, and then he's going to call it.
Crank out one more ring, Tom.
Yeah, get us one more ring. Make it get Tampa Bay to be a dynasty.
Yeah, one more ring so you can go on both
I gotta blur those out. What are you doing?
Whoops. Sorry.
Creating more work for me.
Sorry.
Anyways, football tangent aside.
Help out
sorry.
Tampa Bay. It's rough being a Tampa Bay fan.
Hey man, I've come around on Tom Brady.
He's all right. He's probably a nice guy.
He's probably a really cool dude.
Married to a supermodel. Good for you. Super rich. Happy for you.
He took a pay cut on that contract too.
Oh wow! I'm sure he's really hurting. I'm sure he had to sell a yacht. I'm sure he's hurting on that one. Oh. Tom, are you okay? Do you want me to send you my stimmy? I can Venmo it to you.
Fun fact. My cousin lives in the same neighborhood as Tom Brady.
Did he see him like doing his lawn or something?
Yeah, he drive by and wave, and he's doing he's like clipping his head.
Do I believe that Tom Brady clips his own?
He was out in his yard.
Yeah, okay.
He might have been playing with his kids. I don't know, but
maybe.
My cousin lives in the same neighborhood as Tom Brady.
Flexing.
Sorry, give me an autograph.
Good for you, Tom.
Anyway,
a premier athlete to boot.
So that was the IG match of the week.
Oh yeah.
Sucks that it was a knockout. The first knockout of the season.
Yeah. Again, another record.
Another record.
Hey man, you can turn anything into something positive. You can,
Yeah.
So, next one we got a singles match. Brother Lomas. Can we take a minute? Well, okay, let's get into the match. Let's get into the match.
There's no cutscene before this? There is a cutscene.
There is a cutscene. Yes. So it's Brother Lomas and
Gucci.
Tommy Dagnino. Bobby Gucci, the Gooch himself. Gucci-san, what they call him in Japan. So it's Tom. He jumps onto a call with Brother Lomas. And, Tom starts going to confession. And he starts, like, saying all this stuff that he does. Brother Lomas is kind of helping him come to terms, I guess, with it all.
Hey, you're spreading the good word and all that.
Yeah.
That jazz.
And why he's like, why he's...
You're the righteous one.
And the righteous one in the Schmoedown, and he's the one, I forget everything.
Rid the Schmoedown of the corruption and all that nonsense. And there was nothing, I don't think it was anything like big plot points that happened, but it was more of just a fun, like, get everybody introduced and acclimated to the character that is Brother Lomas. Because
the thing that you said that I thought was really interesting, that I was like, yeah, you're kind of right, was it's like, you see Brother Lomas and Gucci, and you're like, what a weird pairing. How is this going to work? But then you see that cutscene. You see them in this match together and the chemistry that they had. And you said it during the match. You're like, you know what? Come to think of it, I don't think there's any other manager that would
fit.
That would fit him.
Yeah.
As well as Tom does.
Kaiser maybe.
Kaiser maybe,
but like.
But like I can't imagine like Coy. I mean, I know they would
Yeah.
if it came down to it.
They did find a way, but
they'll
like,
find a way. But like
almost immediately,
it's like
these
yeah,
two
this kind of
work.
makes sense in a weird way.
Yeah, these two work almost immediately. And
Yeah.
Brother Lomas, I mean, there's been some. We say it all the time, like when rookies come in and they hit this character hard, and it's like,
Gotta be careful.
dial it back. You know, we gotta find your footing. The second I see this cutscene, it's like, this guy's fine.
Yeah, I love this guy.
He's perfectly fine.
Love him.
It's the first time.
Yeah, we might as well just get into how much we love Brother Lomas.
This character is amazing.
It is so good.
It is so good. And
so
he
good.
commits 100% to it, and it's so good.
And Mark Ellis during the match said something that he was like, "Oh man, Mark, you just read my mind."
Yeah.
Where he was like, "I just need to know if this is Brother Lomas's actual accent." And I'm like, "Yeah, me too. I want to know."
Because
And he's always got his like prayer hands, and he's speaking in that southern drawl. And I just
he's like,
I love it. Like I'm down
I am
for Brother Lomas.
so
character.
down. I mean, like, sorry for the faction you're on, but you know,
Oh boy.
shots fired from the hunter.
Yeah, no, but I'm on board.
Oh man, I'm so on board with this character
Yeah.
because like there's so few characters sometimes that they come out and they're just like, wham, this is me. But
Yeah.
Brother Lomas, he's already found his place in the Schmoedown.
And somebody that comes out like with such a strong character and they've already got like you don't even know what their whole real name is. They come in with a nickname like Video Drew.
Yeah.
You know, coming in Brother Lomas with this strong character, you're like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Let's see where this goes. But man, he knocked it out of the park.
Oh, Nerd
Love him.
Chronic.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're gonna have so much
Give
material
this
with this guy.
a couple of matches. Oh my god, I wish we could see him in the studio. But give this guy a couple of matches, and then if he works his way up to like a number one contender match or like at the end of a tournament or something, oh my god, I can just imagine the Nerd Chronic promos that will come out of his like preacher, like I don't know, not yelling. But like his preacher voice when he gets like really loud, like he's doing a really emphatic sermon.
He's like chanting, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so, and he has
man.
the echo to it. It's like,
Yes.
oh, this is so good. It's so
my God.
perfect.
I can just imagine hearing one of his like super, like going for it, just like yelling and talking loud and really getting into it, and then seeing that like laid over. Like seeing him walking into a match like with his prayer hands and
let's get this guy.
Chills just thinking about it.
Let's get this guy a smoke machine. Put him on a green screen. I'll put him on top of like a mountain.
Oh,
Hit me up, Nerd Chronic. You know I can do it.
So we're definitely on board for Brother
I'm
Lomas.
totally on board
He's
for him.
fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Fantastic character.
Yeah.
Don't see that happen too often, at least in our
Yeah.
opinion.
Can you hit the fan? It's getting a little heated in
it's
here.
getting a little hot in
Getting a little
here.
hot in here.
Oh man.
Man.
Wrong one.
There we go.
Got it. All right. Fans on. We can chill out now.
Yeah.
Time to chill. Out. Does he say out or he just leaves it a chill?
All right, everyone. Chill.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Batman Forever.
Batman and Robin.
God.
Ooh.
So stupid. How many Batmen there are, and how many Spider-Men there are, and how many Hulks there are. How do you keep it straight in your head? The Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man does this. The Return of Spider-Man. The Incredible Hulk. The Fantastic Hulk.
Batman and Spider-Man. I would agree with that. There's only like 3 Hulks. There's the one.
It feels like a lot more.
No, there's the one that the soft reboot with
Edward Norton.
And there was one before that with the Ang Lee directed, which took forever to see Hulk.
The Incredible Hulk.
No, it was the Hulk. The Incredible Hulk was with Edward Norton, and those are the only 2 standalone films from my understanding. Yeah,
wow, it seems
in
like
recent
there's a
memory.
lot more.
He shows up a lot in the MCU. It's just
Batman
because contract
Returns.
because they don't have
Batman
the rights
Robin.
for distributing or making the movie to Hulk, so they have to put him in a different way. So
Jesus.
it's like a Sony Spider-Man type of deal they have going, or the Wanda Maximoff deal they have going with. They don't have that anymore because they own Fox.
Oh.
So that's gone.
Anyways.
Anyway.
This match. Brother Lomas representing the Finstock Exchange and Frankie Alvarez representing the Suspects. Who dat? Frankie Alvarez. Oh, Frankie the Animal Alvarez.
The Animal.
You know?
What faction again?
This Usual Suspects.
Who else is on that
I don't know.
faction?
I don't know.
Filthy suspect over here.
Oh, no. Round 1. Frankie missed a question about Amy Adams, the wedding singer, and Fisher King.
Man, come on.
80s. Never even heard of Fisher King. Not convinced it's the movie. And then Lomas missed a question about Zack Snyder. So by the end of round 1, it was 5-7 in favor of Brother Lomas. Round 2. Lomas spins away from Akira Kurosawa.
Oof.
Gets Christopher Nolan. Goes to multiple choice. Once. Got it. Frankie goes. He spins away from the 80s, the 1980s.
Oh, how old is Frank?
I haven't gotten to know him that well yet. I don't know. And I'm afraid to hazard a guess because that's always a sticky thing to do. Mid-20s?
Mid-20s, you think?
I don't know.
Mid to late 20s?
Doubt Frankie's going to watch this, I don't know.
I don't want to like put this blanket like thing over rookies. Like they're all in their
they're all young.
All young 20-somethings. It's like, no, because we have, Thomas is double daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric is very well not in his 20s.
He could be.
No, I
don't know.
No, I think he's in his. He actually just got engaged.
Oh, congrats.
Congratulations, Eric.
Congratulations. Probably not going to watch this, but maybe it'll get to you somehow.
Do you think Frankie listens?
Frankie.
The animal.
Alvarez? Doubt it, but maybe. Hey, if you do, what's up, my man? Andrew's asking how old you are. So Frankie spins away from the 80s, gets James Stewart.
I was saying the age thing because, if he's younger or older, 80s might not be in his, you know what I mean?
I was born in the 80s.
It's a generational thing.
I was born in the 80s. Yeah. Don't mean I know 80s because I was born in the last part of the 80s.
Mid-80s for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry.
Multiple choice, twice.
A lot of tangents today.
Got them both. 11-14. Lomas. Round 3, 2-pointer for Frankie. Will Smith. A lot of Will Smith in round 3 popping up. You should probably watch his filmography. A lot of crime in Will Smith, I feel, lately.
Yeah.
So definitely watch those, everybody. Will Smith. Will appears as Detective Del Spooner in what 2000s science fiction film?
Yeah, this was question.
So, a lot of people had a lot to say about this. At this point, it kind of just is what it is. Frankie said, I am robot. And obviously
accepted.
The answer, it was accepted.
Yeah,
obviously the
answer is
I, Robot. I mean, it's an understandable, confusing thing to happen because you got 2 Will Smith movies, I Am Legend and I, Robot.
Yeah.
It's an easy thing to get by.
Yeah. These things happen sometimes.
These things do happen.
Yeah.
And
it could have been challenged. It wasn't challenged.
That is true.
So it got past several people. Oops, all berries.
There you go. And, I think it got past a lot of people, and you can't blame any one person.
Yeah.
It just happened.
It happens.
Unfortunately for, I don't want to hurt myself. Yeah. But
I don't think it had any
I don't think
real
it was a
effect
make
on
or
the
break.
match.
Yeah, I don't think that it would have changed the tide of the match. It's really heartbreaking if something like that happens and it does change the course of the match. It's really easy to be like flippant about it when it doesn't really change the outcome of the match. But I mean, that's where we are right now. It doesn't change the outcome, or it wouldn't have.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, is Gucci dumb for not catching it?
No,
I don't think so. It just didn't.
And does that mean Lomas doesn't know? No, he probably was like, I am Legend, I am Robot.
Yeah.
In the moment, I feel like it's so easy with 2 Will Smith movies with similar like titles to just be like, yeah, whatever, in a passing moment.
And it's a 2-pointer.
And Lomas is probably in his head like, all right, I gotta, my question's up next. I gotta get in the zone.
Yeah, he's probably getting in the zone. Yeah.
So I can't blame him. I mean,
it happens.
It happens. Luckily, it didn't change the course of the match, or it wouldn't have had it been challenged successfully. 3-pointer for Frankie. Action adventure. What 80s? Oh, another 80s. Wait. Yeah, no. Well, he got 80s. No, he spun away from 80s. Ignore me. 3-pointer for Frankie. Action adventure. What 80s action sequel is known for the line diplomatic immunity? Lethal Weapon 2. He missed it. Stay with Frankie for his 5-pointer. Comedy. You can find the automotive company Callahan Auto run by Brian Dennehy in What 95 comedy. And he was like, oh, yes, Tommy Boy. Like, he was confident about it. Yeah. Never seen it. I heard it was good, though.
So good. Right? So it's a classic.
You're a classic.
Oh,
is that the big guy in a tiny jacket?
Big man or fat man in a little coat? Big man? I think it's fat man in a little coat. Fat man in a little coat. I could be wrong. I haven't seen this in a long time, but it's like
clip of that.
Classic film. Classic Chris Farley film. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Never seen it. Sorry. Maybe one day. If it's streaming,
God,
let me know if it's streaming.
That duo of
David Spade
and
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley. Oh God, that's like
It's
because
like,
back then you had like comedy duos, and like they would always appear in movies together. That was like such a great pairing.
yeah, it happens a lot in comedies. Like you just got bros. You know, Seth
Yeah.
Rogen appears
I mean-
in a lot of the movies with the same people that you always see.
Yeah.
As an example. 2-pointer for Lomas. Directors. Who directed Tom Hanks in the 2000 film Castaway? Robert Zemeckis. He did miss it.
Yeah.
3-pointer for Lomas. Horror. Who directed the horror film The Green Inferno?
Back-to-back director questions.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
That's rough. Eli Roth. He did miss it. Lomas for his 5. Crime. What famous actor played corrupt cop Hank Quinlan in 1958's Touch of Evil? Orson Welles. Unfortunately, he did miss it. So, in a surprising
comeback
turn of events,
Yeah.
14-18, Frankie squeaks by with that win.
Yeah, and I think that's a good word to describe the win. It's like you squeaked by with the win. You did what you did in the third round.
Yeah,
and that's great.
And you didn't give up.
Yeah.
Because that was one thing that I think Sam said in the post, interview. Because a lot of people could make the point of like, well, he didn't win it. Lomas just lost it. And it's like, listen, he also didn't give up. He was down after round 1, down after round 2, missed his 3.
Yeah.
It'd be real easy to be like, nah, this is pretty much over for me.
Yeah.
And kind of give up and
Yeah.
maybe slip on your 5-pointer. It didn't look like he would have slipped. He seemed pretty confident about that one. But, he persevered.
Yeah.
So you got to give him that credit.
Put your head down and just do you, and then hope it goes your way. And Lomas, I mean, it sucks when matches like this happen. You're doing so well in round 1, doing so well in round 2, and then you can't pull it off in round 3. And you miss all 3 of your questions, and
That's right.
And those were tough, man. Like when I heard his last question, I was like, in the 1950 whatever film,
1958, Touch of Evil.
What?
Oh.
The year my dad was born? What?
Oh, what? Touch of Evil. This is made of the cloth. What are you talking about this for?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's rough. And I do like that in the Facebook group, it kind of brought up, as with many matches, people like to bring up the subjectivity or the difficulty of 5-pointers.
Yeah.
And people were having that conversation about this one, and they were like, I think people were saying like, Frankie's was easy. Oh, Lomas's was easy, and this and that. And you telling me that Orson Welles, like the main guy, he's the answer for a 5-pointer, blah, blah, blah. And then somebody commented, I don't remember who, and not that I would say their name anyway. I'm not calling anybody out.
Yeah.
But somebody started off by saying, yeah, man, Lomas's 5-pointer. I think it was him that was saying like a 1958 Touch of Evil, something about Orson Welles, and like I cannot believe that like I don't know if he was like the main character or whatever.
Yeah.
He must have been like a big part of the film that he couldn't believe that was a 5-pointer.
Yeah.
And as soon as I read that first part of his comment, I'm like, here we go again. And then when I expanded it and kept on reading, he was like, but this just speaks to the subjectivity of questions.
Yeah.
Because, I'm very familiar with this film. Yeah, it seems very obvious to me. Obviously, it wasn't to him. This guy said it a lot more eloquently than I'm recounting now.
Yeah.
But I just appreciated the fact that he was like, it just speaks to the subjectivity of the questions. Because just because I know it doesn't mean it's easy. It's easy to feel that way,
Yeah.
It's easy to be like, oh, come on. Like, if I got a question about, I don't know.
Oh, like a Grease question, like a 5-point Grease question.
Ooh, I haven't watched that movie in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if I got like a Grease question, I have seen that movie about 8 million times. Or like Love Rush Hour, or like, Die Hard or something like that.
Yeah.
Then, and if it was a 5-pointer, I'd be like, yeah, duh.
Yeah.
It's easy for me because I've watched these movies many times. But there might be other people out there that have not seen it, or they have, and it's like the jellyfish question with the Will Smith.
Yeah.
Who? What?
Yeah, just because it doesn't mean that it's not easy.
Yeah.
Because like some of these questions are like very specific. Like you had to have seen the film at least.
Yeah.
To like guess at it, but like
your easy doesn't mean that it's somebody else's easy.
Yeah.
Your hard doesn't mean that it's somebody else's hard.
Exactly.
It's all relative.
All relative, all subjective to the person being asked.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I think for both of these, they both know where they have to improve. I mean, for Lomas, it's like back-to-back director questions.
Yeah, I might want to brush up on
You
your
might
directors.
want to brush up on your directors, but like
1958's Touch of Evil. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, seriously. Like again, I heard that I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. I probably wrote a paper on this like years ago, but when I was in my college years, but I haven't thought about the movie since. So it's the luck of the draw. I mean, and looking at the 1 and 2, he's a fantastic 1 and 2 player. He just got to brush up on his third round play. So, but as far as character goes for Lomas, that's the one thing you got on lock, bro.
Oh yeah,
because so good.
And he's definitely going to be back. Obviously,
yeah.
He was a rookie that I feel like people talked about.
Yeah,
a decent amount.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they said that he flew under
the radar.
That was weird. He flew under the radar, as compared to a couple of other rookie names.
Yeah,
but I heard chatter about him.
Yeah.
So, he'll be back. Mm-hmm. He's going to be great. He's going to be hilarious.
Well, and on Frankie's part, like, was he, because I didn't pay attention a whole lot to the rookies in the Facebook group. Was he someone that was talked about?
I'd heard his name before.
Yeah?
Yeah, before even the draft. I'm pretty sure I'd heard his name.
Nice.
So, yeah, two people that were highly anticipated.
Yeah.
And
this is a good rookie match.
It's a good rookie match. A lot of learning points. A lot of things to take forward into their next matches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As always happens in any match, even ones you win.
Yeah.
There's still something you could probably learn.
We say it all the time, and Koi has said this to me as well, and to others as well. It's like your matches are either wins or learning opportunities.
Yeah.
It's like he doesn't even want to say the word loss. So it's like, don't even think of it as a loss. Think of it as a learning opportunity. So
that's nice.
Yeah.
Good job, Koi.
Yeah.
That's nice. So, the last match we had to talk about. There was an opening scene that was great. So this last match is, of course, Brendan Meyer, Chance Ellison.
Yeah, there's a pre-match scene and a post-match scene.
So the opening scene had Shannon. It was Shannon and Mike, and Shannon was freaking out.
Mike's outside for some reason reading a Marvel book.
Sucking on a lollipop. Mike Kalinowski for you, ladies and gentlemen. Outside in his lawn reading a visual dictionary looking thing.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Hey, man, however you study, however you get down, you get down.
Hey, man.
And so, he heard Shannon inside and she's freaking out. And, she's freaking out because she heard that Grace is back.
Yeah.
And she's in charge. And
she is officially the president of the Schmoedown.
Mm-hmm. Mike is kind of like, hey, man, what's the big deal?
Yeah. And
then she was, upset, and she goes, think about it. She's going to ruin everything. Think about, what would I do if I were in that position?
Yeah, she said you're basically the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she goes, yeah, what would I do if I were in this position? And then at that point, Mike just kind of got wide-eyed. Yeah. Started shaking. Yeah. Apparently, that's a Star Trek reference.
Yeah, the con thing. That's what I saw it as.
That was lost on me.
Come on, Mike Kalinowski, Inner Geekdom, 2-time Inner Geekdom champion.
I mean, it makes sense.
Con.
Nope, never seen that.
Oh, come on. Even I seen that
Never
movie.
will. Probably. Brendan the Kid Meyer
Ooh,
of the Quirky Mercs versus Chance the Cobra Ellison.
God, this was not a pay-per-view.
Corruption.
Yeah, this was not a pay-per-view, but it felt like one.
It could have been.
God, it could have been. It could have been a main event of a pay-per-view.
Oh yeah. Round 1. They both missed a movie release date question for something with Tom Hanks. Then Chance missed a question about Brewster's Millions. By the end of round 1, 6-7 Meyer. Round 2, Chance spins Planet of the Apes. He gets a perfect round 2. IG category. I assume that's one of the ones he put on the wheel.
And it's a newer category too, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah.
Brendan goes. He gets spinner's choice and decides to go with Oscars.
Oscars, very strong. Like he said this to me, and he'll tell it to all the other like specialty division players. Like, I have no idea how you do what you do in Star Wars, and it's so amazing. It's like I don't have no idea how you
do what you
do, especially in Oscars. Oscars is so like you have to keep release dates and years in your head.
You have to see 80 gajillion movies.
Yeah. And you have to watch the Oscars.
Yes,
and stuff like that.
Remember them.
Yeah. So it's like, wow, man, that's
yeah.
To have
I
that be
love
one of your favorite categories is mind-boggling to me.
I do think it's funny when like these big name singles players like, I don't know how you guys do it, man. It's like, are you kidding me? Right back at you, my dude.
Yeah, it's like it's a different way of knowledge. It's like
My God, because I feel like we heard Dan Murrell tell us that. I feel like
Roke has said that to me. Bibiani has said it to me a couple
Brendan
times.
said it in this match. Is like, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for flattering us, but right back at you. So he gets spinner's choice. He takes Oscars. He does have a 2-point miss. It was something that he went for because he figured it's a really tight match. I should go for it. And it was something about, it doesn't happen that often that one actor or one performer gets nominated for the same role twice.
Yeah, the same character. Say.
And so who was the most recent one to do that? He threw out a name. It was wrong. I think Kate Blanchett. I don't know. He was wrong. Chance, he had no idea either. Yeah. And then
Stallone for Rocky.
That's what it was?
That's what it was.
And Brendan was like, oh, did you say nominated? So it sounds like it was a classic case of mishearing the question, which is a damn shame. Yeah. Because I wonder, had he used a JTE
or gone to multiple choice,
would it have,
yeah, I mean,
again,
you take a risk.
Doesn't change the outcome.
Yeah, it didn't.
Or wouldn't have.
Yeah. And he said as much, so.
So, these things happen. 13-4. So, yeah, no steal. 13-14 in favor of Chance. Round 3, 2-pointer for Brendan. Crime. Yeah. Who directed the 2018 film The Mule? Clint Eastwood. Got it. 2-pointer for Chance. Comedy. Paul Rudd and Leslie Mann star in what 2012 Judd Apatow comedy? This is 40. Got it. 3-pointer for Brendan. Yeah, 3-pointer for Brendan. 80s. How many Rocky movies were released in the 80s?
Rocky rears his head again. It's so weird how these things happen in the Schmoedown. Like a question that you got in previous match.
He's gotten a Rocky thing before?
Yeah, the Sylvester Stallone question.
Oh.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was the answer. Sylvester Stallone playing Rocky. So and it's just funny how this happens almost all the time.
Yeah. So it was 2, and he did miss it, unfortunately. 5-pointer for Brendan. Tom Cruise, an Austin Powers Gold member, who plays the role of Dixie Normus. Hilarious. Who play opposite Tom Cruise. Gwyneth Paltrow. Got it. 3-pointer for Chance. Directors, who wrote and directed both Midnight Special and Loving in 2016. Jeff Nichols. He got it. 5-pointer for Chance. Brad Pitt.
Ooh.
Haven't heard of his name in a while.
Yeah.
And in an interview with a vampire, who plays Armand, the supposedly oldest vampire in the world, who asks Lewis to join his coven? Antonio Banderas. He got it right. 20-24 in favor of Chance.
And yeah, I mean, Brendan says as much. He did the math really quick. The 2-point miss really didn't.
It wouldn't have changed it. It would have just been 22-24 or 21-24.
Yeah, I think it was the 3-pointer that really just.
Yeah.
The combination of the 3 and So I mean, again, bad start for the Mercs. And these are 2 very similar competitors. Like both record wise, and they've both done great things in the teams division. Both former champions. The singles division is they're kind of like their Achilles heel right now, and they both want to break through. And Chance is on his way for that. It's just going to take again, beginning of the season, Brendan's going to find his way back. He said it himself. He seems to lose the first match of the season, the last match of the season, but racks up a lot of wins in the middle. So,
hey, man. At least he's self-aware.
Yeah. Brendan Meyer is one of those, when you talk to him about the Schmoedown, it's like, whoa, this is not the dude that I see on screen, because he's on par with these competitors that look at the game like Ben Bateman, Paul Oyama.
Oh, yeah.
And even talking with Bibiani now. They look at the game in a certain way. It's like, ooh, man, I can learn so much from these people.
Yeah.
And hear Brendan talk about the Schmoedown is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
He's it's a beautiful mind style.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna count Brendan out because
no, of course not.
They still got this Shazam match coming up whenever I'm not sure when that's gonna happen, or if it's been announced, but it has been announced. I just don't think the air date or whenever the match happens. But Shazam has a number 1 contender match, so maybe he turns to focus on that for now. And Chance got a win for corruption. Starting to, because for whatever reason people were like, oh, Chance can't answer 5-pointers. Chance,
yeah,
it's
I thought that was weird.
That's kind of weird, because when they won the belts off of the founding fathers to become the 2-time title holders, it's they're pretty obvious that he was the reason they got that 5-pointer. So it's like Chance can definitely answer 5-pointers. I don't know what everybody's saying.
Yeah, I thought that was
maybe
kind
it's
of
just in singles that he can't answer 5-pointers, but like
I'm sure it's something on social media that people have been saying. I hadn't seen it, so I thought it was kind of weird.
Chance Ellison and like Mike Kalinowski, speaking of corruption, these are the competitors that I love to follow their stories because it's like, everybody loves the Miracle Run players like Ace in the Star Wars division and Collins in the singles division, the undefeated champion, went all the way to the belt in his first season. I love the stories of the guys that get knocked down a couple times and keep coming back, fighting back, earning everything that you get in this game. Those are the stories I love following, and Chance is on his way in the singles division for that. So,
Chance fights back.
Yeah, he is a very different. I say it all the time about Chance. He's a very different competitor, very different character from when he first entered.
Yes,
he's very different. So he's fastly becoming one of my favorite competitors to watch, and and again, we talked to him when they came out to Orlando. Insanely cool dude.
Yeah, super nice guy.
Insanely cool dude. So yeah, man. I don't know who he's going up against next. I mean, he's 4-4 now. He's got a 500 record.
Yeah. So good job, Chance.
Good job, Chance.
You did it. Good job.
Yeah. And again, for the Mercs, bad start.
Hey man, it's okay.
We'll see what happens.
Only place to go is up.
Yeah.
Post scene. Chandru.
Oh yeah.
Pops on.
Yeah.
He's singing. He's doing his Chandru thing, and he calls Andres Cabrera, Ace, calls him up, and he starts doing his spiel, where he's like, "Hey man, Winston didn't draft you until the third round.
The third round, yeah. Late in the third round.
In the third round, because he was spouting off all this stuff about how he just knew that no one else was going to take you. He knew he could do it. And by the way, he took Laura Kelly before he took you.
Yeah.
And, all this stuff. And I've been there for you. I helped you prepare for your tournament. You helped me prepare for my belt and blah, blah, blah. And pretty much saying, like, Winston
disrespected you.
It's
all disrespect from Winston.
Winston disrespected you. And I've been here for you. So I want you to join up with me. I don't remember if he actually mentioned Laura.
Yeah,
but I want you to team up with me and Laura Kelly, and then we will
force him out, basically.
We'll take Winston out. We'll force him to step down. And Ace, was like, yeah, man, you're right. It is disrespectful. You're disrespectful.
I love the music cue here when it's just... I
know. It was like... it was there, that music. And he goes, no, what's actually disrespectful is the way you're talking about Winston right now.
We were here for you.
Yeah.
We helped you get that belt.
Winston was the one studying with you and helping prepare you, and it's disrespectful of you. And I think he said something about how, well, I'm not going to tell Winston about what you're doing right now.
Snitches get stitches, Ace.
Ain't that the truth? And so he's not going to tell Winston what's going on, but he's like, well, be careful.
Be careful, Chandru.
Be careful, Chandru, because you might end up in the wrong part of town. He goes, upset city, and then, end scene. So, and Chandru was like, oh, upset.
I'll get somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that. I'm invested to see where this is going.
I'm very interested to see where this goes.
It still feels like, what happened?
I thought they were cool. What happened?
I'm not sure what happened. So it's something that I am invested in. I can't wait to see where it goes, what unfolds, what twists and turns it takes. Because somebody in the Facebook group, I should have taken a screenshot because they say it better than I remember it.
Yeah.
But somebody was like, oh, what I think's going to happen, all these storylines. You got Laura and you got Chandru, and they're rebelling against Winston. You've got Bateman and Merle. They're kind of rebelling against Kaiser.
Not really.
But they don't seem.
They're just like let the men play.
They're disrespecting him.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Because they're like, let us do our thing. We don't really need you. It's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah.
Kind of rebelling a little bit. And they were like, well, what if something happens this year where we're introducing faction alliances? Where, Kaiser's feeling disrespected. I like that idea. Winston's feeling disrespected. Maybe they team up because the soldiers shouldn't be disrespecting the generals.
I love this idea.
And I was like, oh, spicy.
Because it's war. You don't win a war by yourself.
Yeah.
You got to team up with people.
Yeah, whoever said that.
I love this idea. I really love this idea.
I don't know what factions teaming up would mean. Like, what would they be teaming up against their players? I don't know. But it sounds spicy.
I think it would just be more story point.
Yeah.
It's not like we're gonna like have interfaction. You know what I
mean?
Like,
well, guess what? You're blacklisted from the dungeon. I'm never gonna draft you. That kind of stuff. I don't know. So I don't know. I thought that was fun to think about.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the storyline that makes me go what the most. So
it came out of left field for us. Like,
what did Winston do? I thought we're all good with him.
Yeah.
Like I thought he was one of the best.
I do remember Changers sort of sprinkling nuggets around during the signing day. It started at signing day. He said he took a couple jabs at Winston, I believe. I can't remember exactly what he said.
I just remember him in the Mara. Well, it really all came to fruition at the Mara match. But I don't remember draft. Maybe you're right.
During the signing session, I think he did like sort of sprinkle in like little nuggets here. It's like, that was weird.
Slow burn. Yeah. Actually, not really. It ramped up kind of quick.
That escalated really quickly.
So we're gonna see what happens. I'm very invested. Can't wait because I know it's gonna be juicy. Yeah, that's what I know.
I always this just popped in my head like, oh, I'm not gonna tell Winston's like he's not watching this right now. I know I'm breaking the fourth wall or whatever, but like
it was a Zoom call, Andrew.
A private Zoom call. He wasn't on the call. That was recorded and put out to the public.
He wasn't on the Zoom call. How would he know? Okay, don't break the fourth wall. This is WandaVision. Don't go outside the hex. Just let it happen.
I'm gonna disintegrate if I go outside the hex.
Oh man, that was a good show.
Sorry, spoilers if you haven't seen WandaVision.
Not really. You didn't really give too many specifics on who that happens to.
I mean, you could
watch it. It's good. Watch it. It's a good show.
That Falcon Winter Soldier comes out this week. So excited for that. It's not Star Wars, so I'll probably be watching that later. Anyways.
Yep.
So those are the three matches this past week. Good matches, man. Like it was, the first knockout of the season, first true knockout of the season. A good rookie match and a fantastic heavy hitters going at it, back and forth, close match. So
next week,
fantastic.
Let's see what we got going on.
So
this
week.
This week's matches.
We always do that.
I always do
that. Next week's matches.
So embarrassed.
Recording this.
God.
We're actually recording this on a Sunday, so it is actually this week. Time.
God, I'm so embarrassed. I lost an hour. What do I do?
Daylight saving. Can we just all
stop it?
Can we just all stop hating each other and just all team up on social media and everything and just hey, do away with daylight savings time.
No more.
No more.
Thank you.
You know Star Wars.
I know. But yeah, no. Daylight savings, am I right, ladies?
So dumb.
Get rid of it.
So dumb.
So dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, unless there's a good reason for it, which I don't know because I'm
farmers, sun and
crops.
I don't know. I don't know if that actually matters anymore.
Harvest moons.
I don't know. Oh, Harvest Moon, such a great game. I gotta see if that's on Switch.
Is that like Animal Crossing?
No, it's like a farming game.
Is it like
you've seen me play it before? It's like
is it like cutesy little cartoon characters?
Yeah, and you have a farm, you have a puppy, you can get married, you got to court one of the ladies in the town, and you end up getting married. And
I just want to get the puppy. Sounds like fun. Sounds like a game that's pretty much my speed.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
Nice.
I have to see if one of those. Put in the comments. Let me know what the best one is.
What best one? What?
Like the best one for Switches. Because there has to be a Harvest Moon for Switch. There has to be.
Give me an emulator.
Put it in the question in the comments. Let me know.
This week.
Sorry.
Wednesday, March 17th.
Tangents.
We got Wednesday the 17th. Yes, we got Brandon Hanna of the Stars going against
Eric.
Brandon the Hitman Hanna, of the Stars against Eric Z-Man Zipper of Swag in an Inner Geekdom match.
Got two players that I had no idea that they would end up where they did.
Yeah.
And Hanna, man.
The Stars?
Okay. Eric going back to, his buddy Winston after that terrible breakup 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to see bros get reunited.
I'm very interested.
Reunited.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see this one because I said, sorry, I'm interrupting your singing.
It's just background noise, really. I'm just trying to give you trying to set the scene.
It's the scene. Day. The sun is rising over the horizon.
Day. Schmoedown Studio.
Interior or exterior. Day.
Stupid.
Sorry. Well, yeah, Eric Zipper. We said it before. Snubbed for Comeback Player of the Year nomination at least.
Agreed.
Made a tremendous improvement. I'm anxious to see where he is now And Hannah, he wants to improve. He's like after the top tier, from what everybody says, the top tier IG players, Hannah was right there.
I feel like he probably has a lot that he wants to prove.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And to Eric too, for that matter.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a heavy hitting match. I'm excited to see this one.
Yes. And then Thursday, the 18th, we've got Lacey, the one and only Lacey Gillerin of the Den versus Gold Leader of the Finstock Exchange.
A Star War match.
In a Star War match.
In a Star War.
That's gonna be fun. Can't wait to see how it pans out.
Yeah, because Gold Leader, hard not to hear him.
I mean,
thank you for watching. He commented on one of our videos, said he was watching. So thank you for watching. Yeah,
if you are,
I'm interested to see where these two stand and how they do. So because obviously we have intense eyes on the division with both of us competing in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm interested to see how well they do.
Friday the 19th.
Ooh, we got a pay-per-view. We got a throwdown.
Well, before we get there.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Christmas.
Sorry.
We got Janine the Machine of the Stars going against Jader the Hurricane Paramo of the Den in a singles match. Mm-hmm. That's going to be fun too.
See if Janine, because her last victory was over the meme queen.
Jen Kemp.
So she's back in the winning circles. Can she continue this theme? I think Jader has had back-to-back losses in singles and teams.
Don't remember.
Can't remember. It's been so long.
It's been 84 years.
Been that for 84 years. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun match. It's gonna be a fun match. I'm excited to see. Can Janine keep this winning streak going, and can Jader make that turn, man? Because rooting for you, man. Fan turn legit competitor. So
Orlando Pride.
Miami, Florida Pride. He's in Miami.
I thought he was Orlando.
He's South Florida.
Oh, we've met him in Orlando.
We had this conversation several times.
Oh, that's why he's a Hurricane.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Or just because he's from Florida.
Central Florida of Pride. Wait.
Just Florida Pride.
God. Well, same state pride, Jader. All right. We made it. Also, on Friday, March 19th.
Now we have a throwdown.
A Schmoedown.
Listen to this card.
If you will.
Ooh.
So, our undercard, we've got William the Beast Bibiani of the Quirky Mercs versus Paul Prime Time Oyama of Swag. And my goodness, what a match that is going to be.
It's going to be like, and I said it before when we were having our faction meeting. It's like, hey, here's the matches. I'm like, why? What? Why do we keep getting these insane names? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because William Bibiani's an insane name.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. That's why I don't run things.
Yeah. That's going to be, oh, man.
Shut up, stupid!
Yes, exactly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, Bibiani Oyama, oh my God. That could be a main event.
Yeah, it can.
Like,
yeah, it could be easily the main event for the Throwdown, but
the overcard,
the main event,
this match,
trademarked by Beyond the Schmoedown.
#overcard. We've got Alex, the Demon Damon of the Stars, looking to defend his belt against
for a fifth
possible fifth time against Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta.
Who that?
Of the Quirky Mercs.
Who that Andrew Dimalanta?
Oh, I think he's here.
Oh, that's right. He is here. But you guys better be ready, man. This is gonna be just haymakers thrown the entire time. Haymakers just boof, boof, boof. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know. I'm aware.
Yeah, so
I've been there for the study sessions. I'm aware. You forget I'm your Christian and Mark. I'm aware. I am your Christian and your Mark rolled into one. I'm your Christian.
Christian and Mark? What?
Yeah, they're the announcers. They read the questions.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Go figure. I'm the announcer.
Like they're my study buddies. What?
Wait a minute. What?
What happened?
Why is my wife Christian and Mark?
Kind of weird.
It's because I read you the questions.
Yes.
Lord, help me.
I mean, God, we've been preparing so long for this match. I finally get my crack at Damon. Finally. It's been what, two It's my third season.
Yeah.
2 years waiting for my shot. Becomes so close every single time. Finally get to do it.
Yeah.
Finally. Oh. Trying to not to just flip this table and just yell into the camera that you burn a demon. Hey, I got something to say to Dr. Kirks. I'm going to give you the best thumbnail evaluation that you ever did see. And this Sunday, at the Grand Mega Slam.
Because I'm the intern.
I'm going to probe you. Because I'm the intern.
Scrubs. Watch it. Good show. All that was from...
Favorite show of all time. Come at me.
Yeah.
Love that show.
I want you and Alex to have a Scrubs throwdown one of these days.
I would love to do
I think
that.
that'd be fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I can tell Andrew is just... He wants to go full Roca, but that's not who he is anymore.
Yeah.
So...
I've put that behind me. I'm on a new faction. They have a new mentality placed into my head, and I'm, Alex has got it. He's flipped heads so many times. It's got to land on tails eventually. Might as well be me. So
I will do what I must.
Yes, I will do what I must. Exactly. So yeah, man. Like this coming week is gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a big week in Schmoedown, everybody.
Big week.
My goodness. I'm just gonna be.
I'm still laughing from the Scrubs reference. I'm surprised I knew as much of the lines as I did.
I almost wanted to stop you and be like, you don't need to know what they said for a whole scene in Scrubs. Let's not waste our neurons.
That was one of my favorite JD lines. I think my favorite JD line of all time in all the show is like, I do have 3 questions though.
Yes.
Why do you hate me when I show you nothing but love? Who's going to tell my mom? And what the hell am I supposed to do with 10,000 John Dorian cheap resident business cards?
Such a good show.
I love that show so much.
It is such a good show.
Ooh,
If
you
you
better be
ask-
ready, Demon, for the Schmoedown Scrubs match between me and you.
Oh, man. If I had extra time on my hands, I would be writing down
Scrubs
Scrubs
questions.
questions, very surface level Scrubs questions, so that one day
When
you
all-
guys can have a Zoom
in
call.
the off season.
In the off season, you
Yeah.
guys have a Zoom call, a couple drinks nearby, and I'll just fire off Scrubs questions at you, and you two can giggle like little children.
He hit someone. We hit him with a few when they were on their show long time ago when we had guests.
Sorry.
He did pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love, touch him, squeeze him, whatever the
Love and touch and squeeze.
Love and touch,
It's not Star Wars. You
Shut up,
don't
stupid.
need
Yeah.
to use
Yes.
your
Let's
brain.
get back on track. I think
Get back on track. Don't tax your brain.
So yeah, I think we'll end this episode here. Nice, a nice hour-long episode. Didn't go too many tangents.
No.
Am I right? No. We never do that on the
No.
show ever.
No, we like to keep it nice and compact here
Yeah.
for you people because, you got things to do.
Yeah, time is valuable.
You got things to do. Who's got time?
Who's got the time?
So, we just try to keep it nice and concise for you.
So yeah, we'll end this episode here. Star Wars competitor Nicki Dimalanta.
Oh, God.
Still waiting for your match.
Oh, no.
Where can they find you online?
Oh, God.
Still waiting for your match to be announced to see who you're going against.
Don't say that.
We have no idea.
Don't put that out into the
No
air.
idea.
I don't need
Who
that
are you gonna
evil
play?
Ricky
Who's
Bobby.
she gonna play?
No, stop it. You can find me on Twitter at Dimmy, DIMMMYYY.
As for me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, spouting off ridiculous squubs
I don't
quotes
want no squub.
at Drew Dimalanta on Twitter and Instagram, DIMALANTA. If you're listening to this on audio form, please follow the feed, rate us. It would help us out tremendously, please.
And if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Click the bell icon in the lower right-hand corner. See when we do things on YouTube.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. We'll see you next time. Love the way we did that.